Hello student, welcome to standard 10th history, and we are studying chapter 4th of history, that is history of India art part 2. In the previous lecture we have seen what is art, then we have seen its type, that is visual art and performing art. Then we have seen folk art and classical art, and as well we have seen the style of art. Now let us begin the next topic, that is Indian tradition of visual art, Drik-kala, the art which we see from our eyes and we can touch. A two-dimensional thing is considered as art, which is done on a canvas, cloth, paper, wall, etc. So let us see, we will study this in more detail. So let us go through the text. The art of painting and sculpting are visual arts. So painting and sculpting are the only visual art which we can see and which we can touch, we can feel. Art of painting. Paintings are of two-dimensional. For example, sketches or paintings of nature, objects and individuals. So sketches are done, paintings are done, paintings of nature, although they give us the three-dimensional view, but in reality they are of two-dimensional. Then different objectives are depicted, either sketch or painting or any individual. These are the paintings which gives us the idea that they are two-dimensional, such as rocks. This painting is done on various surfaces, flat, either paper or cloth, piece of cloth, or canvas, or the wall, etc. So they are done on various surfaces such as rocks, walls, papers, canvas, and different types, and earthen pots. The murals, I have told you last time, mural means the picture which is drawn on the wall. The murals of the Bodhisattva as Ajanta cave is one of the finest example of the art painting. So this is a really beautiful painting at the Ajanta caves, which you can see here, and it's the masterpiece, we can say, of this art painting. The picture is considered as the mural of Bodhisattva. Mural means the wall painting. The painting which is done on the wall is called mural. Let us move on to the next topic, that is folk style of painting. So rock painting dating to Stone Age have been discovered in many countries. So we can go back to the Stone Age man. In India, there are rock painting sites in the states of Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Uttarakhand, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. The rock paintings in the caves of Bhimbetka are famous. Bhimbetka is a World Heritage Site. World Heritage Site is been announced by the UN, United Nations Organization. Rock painting usually depict human, animal and geometric figures. So human figure, animal figure and geometrical figures, triangle, square, hexagon, pentagon, etc. However, the style of rock paintings seems to be changing according to the cultural changes from Stone Age to the beginning of agriculture. The change is visible in the depiction of flora and fauna, or it may be evident in the style of portraying various figures and also in the colors that were used. So earlier they used to use selected colors, and these colors was discovered from the nature. For example, green color was taken from the leaves, red color from the red flower, and etc. White color from the lime. So in this way the colors were discovered at that time, which were made from natural substances. With the help of rock painting, we can understand the knowledge of ancient people about their natural surrounding and also the way they exploited available natural sources. We can get the knowledge from that how they were harnessing the nature for their selfish use, and then they started painting. Then again here different colors were made from the nature, so they were exploiting the natural resources. The tradition of folk style of painting closely resembles the style of rock painting. So traditional or folk style is also considered is also resembling, is also giving us the idea about rock painting. Customs such as decorating the houses, house walls and courtyards, that is Rangavali, by drawing various figures and symbols, or using panels of paintings to narrate stories, help to develop regional style of folk painting. So several pictures were depicted, and from this the symbolically painting is to narrate a story about any god, goddesses or imaginary stories. In this way the stories were depicted, and then through their paintings. So you can see the Varli painting over here that we will study in the next time, and this one also is interesting, the Chittarkathi painting. Next time I will explain you. So till then, goodbye, have a nice time.